It's a moment no parent ever wants to face. When a doctor tells you your next words could be the last you ever speak to your child.
She said, tell him everything. And that's the part where you go, what is everything?
What did you tell him?
That I'd always be there, like as a parent would. Yeah, I'll never leave you. You'll never be without me. I'll always be with you. A part of me will.
But that's what Angela Bolt and her husband had to do after their 11-year-old son Gavin crashed his electric scooter just streets from their home. He wasn't wearing a helmet at the time and suffered catastrophic head injuries.
She said, we're gonna take his skull cap off, and she goes, when we do that, she goes, he's got about maybe a 1 in 99% chance in surviving, because when you take the clot out, it will just bleed.
Against all the odds, Gavin survived.
Standing up, just standing.
Oh, good boy, Gabby. Look at you. Look at you.
But had to learn to walk and talk again. And since then, his parents have been advocating for tougher rules around electric bikes and scooters.
In your mind, that's a toy. And you go, yeah, I could, that'd be fun to have a little motor on it. But you don't think of it as a travel device that is going to go, 50, 60K and be on the road. But they are. They go 50, 60K and they're on the road.
This week, they got their wish.
Madam Deputy Speaker, I rise tonight to introduce the Transport and Other Legislation Managing E-Mobility Use and Protecting Our Communities Amendment Bill. The community has been clear in its message. Enough is enough. Queenslanders are tired of unsafe and illegal e-device use.
To breaking news now on the Gold Coast, where a teenager has died after a car collided with an e-bike carrying 2 riders.
The state government has accepted all 28 recommendations from an inquiry into e-scooter safety, which was launched amid a string of fatal crashes.
An 8-year-old boy has died while riding his e-bike on the Sunshine Coast after colliding head-on with another teenage rider.
More children are dying from e-scooter accidents in Queensland than anywhere else in Australia,
including 2 deaths this month.
Unfortunately, I'm here to talk about another incident on a Queensland road where 2 young people have lost their lives. I can confirm that the e-bike was not displaying lights, so there was no illumination coming from the e-bike. The rider, a 16-year-old boy, and a passenger, a 15-year-old girl, sustained critical injuries and tragically died at the scene.
The death toll from e-scooter and bike crashes has been on the rise. 14 were killed in 2025, 8 in the year prior, and police say some of those fatal accidents involve devices with motors modified to go beyond the legal speed limit of 25 kilometres an hour.
We know of instances where some of those devices are capable of extremely high speeds, 70, 80, 90 kilometres an hour. They are motorbikes, they're not e-bicycles. They're completely illegal to be used in a public place.
Under the new laws, bikes and scooters that can go faster than 25 kilometres an hour will be classified as motorbikes or mopeds, which have to be registered, insured, and can't be driven on footpaths.
There will be significant penalties to target those who recklessly flout the rules, they ride dangerously, or they put people at risk, and police will be empowered to seize and to destroy devices that are illegally used in a public place.
Riders under 16 will be banned, but the new laws go a step further. Queensland will be the first state in the country to require all riders to have at least a learner's permit.
It should have been done forever ago. Yeah, it should have been done when, that weekend that Gavin was in his accident, 2 other boys were also in an accident that same time period, and they both passed away. They both didn't make it.
But the bicycle industry says it's excessive and will hurt migrants, those who can't afford a car, and people with disabilities.
Introducing an age of 16 is like taking a sledgehammer to put in a nail. It really isn't an overreach of the government and is not a fix-all solution. It is going to actually damage the way Australians move around their cities.
I acknowledge that will disadvantage some people who currently use these devices and are unable to drive, for example. However, it's important to note that those who have a disability and are able to use an aid to mobility right now will continue to be able to do so.
One thing all sides can agree on: enforcement and tougher regulations can't be the only solution.
Red lights, not wearing helmets, riding on the opposite direction of traffic. Mate, what else? What else can I tell you?
Riders also have a role to play, making sure they're following old laws and new.
Number one, not wearing a helmet on a scooter, and you're also doubling 2 kids on a scooter, which is an offence in itself.
Police issued over 6,000 infringement notices across Queensland. Really concerningly for us, over 4,100 of those notices related to not wearing helmets.
Everyone has a role to play, and unfortunately we know when things go wrong, we do have tragic outcomes.